Welcome everyone. Today I will be doing a quick run through of the First Moon Assault battles. I know that this event is getting kind of old and most people have already managed to 3-star all the tires, but I hope that I can help some lower end players or new players just starting to play the game. So, quickly looking at the rewards, you will see that they're Ewok shards, not the best faction in the game. They can be used for the Wicked event and to get Cetas from that. And you will get some mods, some gear. So it's not the most amazing rewards, but it's better than nothing in my opinion. I usually just convert the Ewok shards to charged up currency, and I also hope to get the stun gun that basically everybody needs. So yeah. So I've already done Tier 1 and 2, but the bonus tire is just basically a harder version of them. So if you can do 1 and 2, if you can do bonus tire, 1 and 2 shouldn't be a problem. So, you want to run Imperial Trooper for the bonus tire, and Tire 1 and 2. So, what I like to run is General Rears, Snow Trooper, Death Trooper, Stormtrooper, and Short Trooper. You really can't go wrong with either combination as long as you run General Rears and Snow Trooper. So, the abilities I think is kind of vital to make things work and have as low gear as possible is General Rears. You want to have his lead maxed out just to give enough buffs and all that to the Imperial Troopers. Emperor get 30% offense, Imperial Trooper gain 20% speed, 20 speed, and 10% turn meter whenever they gain a buff. And they will gain buffs a lot, so turn meter won't be a problem. And then the real game changer is General Rears Zeta. Whenever an enemy is defeated while Rears is active, Imperial Trooper ally gains offense up for 2 turns, gain 50% turn meter, and recover 10% protection. And while Rears is active, Imperial Trooper allies have 15% critical chance. Now the Zeta here is important. Recover 10% protection whenever an enemy is defeated, and plus 20% offense up chance and 60% turn meter gain chance. The turn meter gain chance is the important one, because you go from basically having a 40% chance to gain 50% turn meter to gain 50% turn meter, just flat out. And that combined with his lead where you get 10% turn meter whenever they gain above is really good. The lead is the Zeta on his unique isn't required, but it does so much better than not having it. And you will need it for the dark side territory battles to get the shards anyway, so in my opinion you should do it. Now the second one that is vital if you don't have General Rias Zeta is Snow Troopers Omega. This Snow Trooper gains 30% turn meter whenever any unit is defeated, and other Empire allies gain half that amount. And while Snow Trooper is active, Imperial Trooper allies have 20% critical chance. So, you take what I said about Rears, and know about Snow Trooper and combine, and you basically do lots of damage, crit lots, and gain turn meter and protection all the time. So basically becoming unkillable. So those two, in my opinion, are the most vital to the team. The rest are mix and match. I do however like Stormtrooper just because he's unique, where Stormtrooper gains 40% defense for each living Emperor ally, and while Stormtrooper is active, Imperial Troopers allies have 30% defense, so it makes them tankier. And I like Short Trooper just because he got his taunt that he starts with. So for gear levels, I have General Rears at gear 8, and he got 59 extra speed. Snowtrooper, gear 8, 20 extra speed. Death Trooper is gear 12, and he's got 42 extra speed, and he's got a bit more protection than everybody else. Stormtrooper, gear 11, 10 extra speed. Short Trooper, also gear 11, and 21 extra speed. He however have lots of extra health and bonus protection. So, let's try and get right into it. Okay, so gear level here isn't that important. Like you could see I had a gear 12 Death Trooper, but it really isn't necessary. You mostly want to have either a high gear tank, or you want the first few attacks you get in the start of battle to just go through everybody, not just focus on one. Because as you can see here, my gear 12 Short Trooper just lost half his protection, so not too bad. So just start off with an AoE. And as you can see that everybody's just at 100% turn meter because they just keep feeding turn meter whenever they kill an enemy. So far so easy. And you can see that Short Trooper has already recovered all his protection just because of the General Rear's Zeta. And as you can see, I just keep all the enemies at bay because they can't do anything as long as everybody's just at 100% turn meter. No, wave 4 is the first where you meet the elite ones. Here you can see that these here have lots more health compared to these little ones. But they don't really do much damage, but the Evoke Elder can revive the Evoke Scouts, and they do actually do quite a bit of damage, so you do want to watch out for them. So let's AoE, try to get Evoke Elder down, put Deathmark. Not too bad. Again, it's the General Rears and Snowtrooper combo. Just feeds you 100% turn meter basically every time an enemy dies. Save the AoE. Don't really need it too much since we just keep one-shotting with the basic. Here the elite ones are over, so let's just do an AoE. Wave 7 doesn't either have any low health ones. So I tried to save all my abilities just for the last tire. We usually won't need them on this tire, but it can be nice. Depending on how highly you have your Imperial Troopers geared, it's always nice to have all their abilities ready. Okay, so as you can see here, we have 4 low health ones and 2 high health ones, Chief Trooper and Ewok Elder. So basically what you want to do is, you need to get the Ewok Scouts out right away just because of the high damage. After that, you would want to focus on Ewok Elder. And now, whenever Ewok Elder is defeated, he will revive everybody. So that's why we want Focus Chief Chirpa. And that means he will revive all the small ones, so you need to watch out for that. So we start off by tanking. Okay, let's get the death marker up here. As you can see, he revived 2 of the Ewok scouts. But it really isn't too big of a problem. And that's basically just the bonus tire. I recommend that if you have Sita on gears, you really don't need that high of a gear. I recommend like gear 7, gear 8. And here you can see the rewards. 5 shards of Papru, 4 stun gun salvage, that's actually quite nice, 1 grey mod, and 250k. Now, the Mythic tire. Instead of getting the shards and gear, you will get 2 Omegas. And in my opinion, Omegas are kind of getting a bottleneck for me, because I just keep getting Cetus from every place possible right now. Territory War, the fleet shipment, the challenges and everything, but Omegas I just can't get enough of. So it's really important to have, and that's why I recommend that you do Mythic Terror as fast as possible, just to be able to get those 2 extra. But compared to the bonus tire, you don't want to run Imperial Troopers here. Here you would want to run droids. Now, of course, droids could also be used for other tires, but I highly recommend getting the Imperial Troopers and Generals geared anyway. So, for lead, you would want to have HK47, just because of what it does. Droid ally gains 30% critical chance and gain 50% turn meter on a critical hit. That means that you have more critical chance, and each time you crit, you gain 50% turn meter, which means you will basically just go all the time, kind of like General Rear's lead. No, you would want to mod all your droids for critical chance, just to be able to get that 50% turn meter. Now, who you run together with him is more up to you and who you have geared, but it's highly recommended to have a BB-8 with his Zeta, just because when BB-8 evades, droid allies recover 8% health and 8% protection, basically being a healer for them. And you also want to have him for the Illuminated Destiny for wave 8. As for healer, you could replace BB-8 with L33 just because of her AoE. When she is prepared, she heals all Scoundrel and Droid allies for 50% of L3's max health. But I don't really have her gear too high, so I don't want to use her as a tank and healer right now. And you generally want to have a tank, just someone to be able to take hits in case everything goes south, because it can easily happen. Now BB-8, he has a taunt on him, but you want him to be gear 12 if he's supposed to taunt, or else you want to throw in another tank. I usually throw in K2SO, just because I have mine at gear 12 and maxed out basically. And I also have his Zeta that gives him extra protection each time he's damaged. It's not necessary, but it's definitely helpful. I also like to run General Grievous, the infamous very OP droid in the game. He doesn't really do too much like in terms of damage or anything, because he isn't that great, but he does his job and he can do decent damage, but he isn't what you expect General Grievous to be. but I took him to gear 12 anyway. So, but he actually gains 10% max health for each living droid ally, making him a bit tanky. And you have the ability to use AoE here to get lots of crit and go right away again. And you also have this that I like, that can inflict health down. And that's very useful for wave 4 and wave 8. And he has a basic attack that you can't evade. For the 5th, I usually like to run either R2 or B2 Battle Droid. I'm going to run B2 this time. So as you can see, my HK47 is gear 7, isn't fully modded, no extra speed, and his critical chance is 21%, so not too great. BB8 however is a little better modded. He got 95% extra speed, but only a 30% critical chance. K2 that I will use as my main tank. He is quite tanky with 40,000 health and 75% protection, and he's got 62 extra speed. His critical chance isn't too great either, with only 25%. And as I said, you do really want to mod them for critical chance just to make it easier, because if you don't hit any crits, you won't get any turn meter. B2, only gear 7. He's got 0 extra speed, and he's got 23% critical chance. General Grievous, he is gear 12. He's got 68 extra speed, and he's got 45% critical chance. So out of all that I have, he's the one that has most critical chance. But do keep in mind that the HK47 lead, it gives 30% critical chance, which basically means that my General Grievous is up to 75%, so it's not too bad. But if you put critical chance set up on everybody, it definitely will help you. Okay, so let's get into it. No, this isn't something that will work every time. You may have to restart. As you can see, my HK47 and my B2L's already taken a hit and is basically almost done for. So if that happens, you may need to restart. But of course, having higher geared will help. Okay, just because he uses one revive, I will quickly just restart. Just since it's wave 1. If it had been high waves, I would have kept going. Okay, so off to a better start. And as you saw, the Ewok scouts does quite a bit of damage, so we want to focus them. And my K2 has started to taunt, and that's good. You generally have no use to use BB-8 special, you just want to keep using his basic attack. Just keep focusing the scouts. Depending on your situation, it may be better to take Ewok Elder out, but I got an ability block on him right now, so he can't really revive. But you don't want to keep him left unattended. Take out the scout, and now we'll focus on the Ewok Elder. I don't think we'll be able to. Oh, no revive for him. That's good. now can be a good time to have BB-8 use his special just to get the taunt. Because you kind of want to give him foresight whenever he takes damage, just so he can give protection back. Okay, I will throw up the taunt on BB-8 right away. Okay, so wave 4 in this here is a little bit different than bonus tire. Instead of having 3 elites and 3 weak ones, you just have 3 elites. You have 2 Ewok Elders and 1 T-Bow. And here we want to focus the Ewok Elder. And that's because they can revive and T-Bow has a special buff. This will do that basically whatever unit attacks, doesn't matter how much protection or health, he will kill it. It's just like a Niles Annihilate. But he has pretty low speed, so you don't really have to worry about him going before you've taken out both Ewok Elders. So start by removing some turn meter and putting health down. Get the taunt up. And since I have Masita on my K2, each time he gets attacked, he will get 1% extra protection, and that means each time BB-8 recovers, he will just keep getting tankier and tankier. So you want to use Illuminated Destiny on wave 4 whenever you can, but usually save it for the other waves. So once protection is down on 1, you really want to focus on the second Ewok Elder, but he has put on a stealth, so not much you can do. That's also kind of why I bring B2, because he has a dispel. So 1 down. So now we quickly need to take out the other. Okay, so T-Bow put up stealth on himself, not attacking. Okay, good. Thermometer reduction on T-Bow. And there was the revive. That's what I'm talking about. Because when one gets on a stealth and you have one open, you take out one and the other will just revive. So you kind of want to try and take them down both at the same time. Okay, we got them good. So now you just keep whacking at T-Bow and take him out before he can take a turn, just kill some of your characters. As you can see, it's really slow because he basically doesn't move his turn meter. Okay, on to wave 5. And as usual, these little Ewok scouts can be quite deadly, so you want to try and take them out as fast as possible. Again, keep focusing the scouts before anything else. Okay, good, he hit K2. Usually you want them to hit the tank, because if they hit someone else and you don't have them geared, as I don't have my 8K47 or B2 geared too highly, they will kind of just die after 2 or 3 hits, and if that happens you basically just have to restart. So basically you can get away with having pretty low characters as long as you have someone that can tank for you. So in my opinion, basically you need a tanky BB-8 and a tanky K2. That's what I think is the best combination. Illuminated Destiny should be reset now, and we want to keep it and save it for wave 8. Okay, and as you can see that BB-8 just keeps healing everybody up. K2 hasn't gotten completely full protection yet, but it heals up. Okay, good hit. K2. As you can see, it does quite a bit of damage. You can see the protection getting down, and my K2 was pretty tanky, so you can just imagine what it would do to Gear 8 or Gear 7 characters. Okay, so we got the revive out of the way. Now we can just freely take out all the scouts without having to worry about them being revived. Then we'll put the taunt up just to try and take some heat off K2. Okay, so now we get into wave 8, and this one is quite different from the bonus tier. Here you can see instead of just having Chief Chorpa and Ewok Elder, you have all the rest. You have Ewok Scout, you have Wicked, you have Paplu, and you have Low Grey. And you may be wondering, like, who should I focus? And I would say go straight for Ewok Elder. You can see they're all elites, gear 12, level 90, they're tanky, you don't want to have them revived, so you want to take out Ewok Elder. But you also need to watch out for Low Grey that will put the daze on all your character. And if you don't know what daze does, it basically means that you can't take bonus turns and you can't gain bonus thermometer. And that makes HK47 lead kind of not working. So keep whacking away at Ewok Elder as much as you can. Here you want to just save Illuminated Destiny in case Low Grey puts up daze, and then you can basically just cleanse it. And now you can see daze is up. BB-8 is not countering, K2 is not countering, and they will just take endless turns. But because I have a highly geared BB-8 and he got the Zeta, he basically will keep giving protection and health to all my other droids. So here you can use the defend ability that gives 8% defense, 100% critical avoidance, and restore maximum health, just because you want your K2 to be tanky. Okay, so here's a little bit tricky. You can see that Low Grey is soon going to go, but I still think his ability is on cooldown, so let's just go ahead and use Illuminated Destiny. And as you can see, everything is cleansed and you got lots of abilities. So, no AoE because you usually want to try and get off every one of the exposes. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for the exposes, just so Ewok Elder can't cleanse them. And we can easily cleanse Ewok Elder's stealth with B2. Put up taunt again on BB-8, and you can see Low Grey keeps doing his days. And that's also kind of why you want BB-8, because he got a taunt that doesn't disappear when attacked compared to K2, but unfortunately it got cleansed, but just put it back up again. Here's also where you could put R2D2 instead of General Grievous in my opinion, because it makes so that light side enemies or light side allies cleanse themselves each time a crit if you got the Zeta on him, and that means that K2 and BB-8 can cleanse themselves. Not really too necessary, but it's there. And he put his days again. Get that taunt. And he cleansed it. Hopefully losing HK47 doesn't really matter too much. Keep going at the Ewok Elder. It's not good if we lose B2. Let's see if we can remove some turn meter. Try to get a crit. So it's not looking too good, but it's still manageable hopefully. As you can see, BB-8 just keeps evading. And as long as they keep avoiding B2, so here I want to go for low grade just because he's the annoying one with days. It just got a lot harder, but it's still manageable. And this is what you're going to be seeing of a lot. Just Ewoks taking turns upon turns upon turns. Okay, so my first attempt has failed, and let's try and see if we can do this again. So instead of B2, I want to try and change for R2 just because he got the stealth he can put up, and if you can put stealth and put it on BB-8 or K2, you can basically just shield everybody else from it. And I do realize that everybody has alloys, except HK47 is evil, and it's medium, so you must have high gear alloy. But if you have K2 or BB-8 or anything, you can't avoid or low gear, just because then you don't get equal damage away. Let's just go through it quick. Wave 8, second attempt. No, let's see if we can do this. As usual, save the Illuminated Destiny for when days is applied. Get taunt up. Remove turn meter. I know having R2 instead of B2 will allow me to put stealth, and they will be forced to focus on BB8 compared to the last time. And that means that everybody else will survive, and BB8 will keep getting force set up and keep reviving. As you can see, he cleanses himself too whenever he scores a critical hit because of BB8. No, I'm sorry, I mean R2. So, go ahead and use Illuminated Destiny to clear the other daces. And much more damage done. R2 just brings so much more to the table compared to B2, but I wanted to try and show you that it's possible with lower gear. I have done it for B2 instead of R2, but it is harder. But I do recommend having gear 12 at least gear 11, gear 12. It is the recommended. It is supposed to be hard, that's just how it is. Get low grade down. I think he has days for next turn, and we really don't want that to go off without having Illuminated Destiny. I think we can just put this on auto and it should just sort itself out. Hopefully we'll soon have Illuminated Destiny, and we clear the days right away. So I want to focus on Ewok Scout since he doesn't have defense up. And it's basically game set match. So R2 brings a little bit by having them put on the stealth just so they can't focus however they want, but it isn't really necessary, and you can get away with lower gear if you want. I hope that this guide can help some of you if you haven't completed it yet. If this video could help you and you enjoyed, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in another video.